An inmate who slashed the throat of serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer has explained the reason he faked insanity to approach him. Ex-prisoner Osvaldo Dorothy, 65, said he has no regrets for trying to kill psychopathic Dahmer. After he pretended he was mentally ill, in a bid to get close to him in prison. The Milwaukee serial killer was bludgeoned to death with a metal bar by fellow inmate Christopher Scarver, at Wisconsin's Columbia Correctional Institution in November 1994. But a few months before, Dorothy had attempted to kill him by slashing his throat with a razor blade. Nearly 3 decades later, Dorothy insists he does not regret his actions, and would do it again if he had the chance. He told the Daily Mail, "I don't have an ounce of regret on what I did to Jeffrey Dahmer. I tried to kill him, and I failed. I don't even regret having to spend an extra 5 years in prison because I tried to kill him, and am glad someone else got him." In 1994, Cuban-born Dorothy was handed a 31-year sentence for possession of drugs and a firearm. He said he became obsessed with killing Dahmer to make up for the bad things he had done in his life. He said, "At the time I thought I had nothing to lose. I was facing years in prison that seemed like a life sentence. I wanted to kill him for my family, and for the black community." Dorothy was sent to Waupun, Wisconsin around the same time Dahmer was sent to Columbia Correctional Institution for killing 17 men and boys, almost all of them from ethnic minority backgrounds, between 1978 and 1991. Dorothy was so determined to carry out his plan to kill Dahmer, that he even came up with an idea to get close to him. By faking insanity and taking pills for 2 years, he managed to get diagnosed with schizophrenia. He was transferred to Columbia in June 1994, which had a mental health unit for inmates. About a month after his transfer, Dorothy would hide a shiv he made out of a razor in his sock, waiting to use it on Dahmer as they attended services. He recalled, "As soon as I sat down, I removed the shank from my sock, put it in my right hand. I stood up, with my left arm I put Dahmer in a headlock, and with my right hand I began to slash his throat with a razor shank. I was slashing him back and forth as fast as I could. After a few slashes, the shank broke. It wasn't strong enough, it fell out of my hand onto the floor. He was still in a headlock with my left arm, so with my right hand I started to punch him in the face, and many times as I could before prison guards jumped in and pulled me off him. I don't regret what I did. If I had the chance to do it again I would." Osvaldo Dorothy. Security guards eventually intervened and broke them up. As Dahmer was sent to the hospital ward, and Dorothy was placed in solitary confinement. The failed murder attempt added another 5 years to Dorothy's sentence. He was paroled in 2016 after 25 years behind bars. He concluded, "I wanted to kill Dahmer, he ate people. But I guess God was watching over me, and didn't want me to kill him. I don't regret what I did. If I had the chance to do it again I would. I really tried to kill him. I'm glad Dahmer is dead. Maybe when word got out that I tried to kill him, it gave other inmates ideas." One of the US's most twisted serial killers, Dahmer raped and murdered 17 teen boys and men before dismembering their bodies, and even eating body parts. The sadistic killer, who would drill holes in the skulls of his victims while they were still alive and pour acid onto their brains, was finally caught when one of his victims, Tracy Edwards, managed to escape from his apartment. Dahmer was handed 16 consecutive life terms, and imprisoned at the Columbia Correctional Institution, in Wisconsin, in 1992. He was killed by Scarver 2 years later.